In this video, I'm going to fly Jetstar to Sydney. This video is important for a few reasons. First, Jetstar's reputation has been going down further since my last video, and damage to the airline is becoming more and more evident. But with Aussies still looking for those bargain airfares, I can guarantee that after watching this video, you'll be able to see whether it's worth paying the low fare to risk flying Jetstar. Also, a very special surprise for a very special personal friend and subscriber is at the end of this video. Good afternoon and welcome to Hobart, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to fly to Sydney to surprise a subscriber. Now, I always make it a point to thank my subscribers, but this subscriber in particular, he holds a very special place in my heart because he's supported me from the very get-go of my videos. He always comments, he always has something to say, and he's got a good sense of humor, and I just want to thank him for all the support that he's given me. So I'm going to fly to Sydney and I'm going to fly Jetstar to facilitate this. Now, I have been in touch with his girlfriend and she's given me all the details, and firstly we've got to fly to Sydney, so let's head up together and we'll review the flight and then I'll revert to you tomorrow when I actually surprise him. So let's go to Hobart Airport and get ready for our flight. Jetstar's Hobart operation, like all other airlines that operate to Hobart, including Air New Zealand, depart from the one terminal. Today's check-in agent was very nice to me. I was 1.5 kilograms overweight and she said, that's probably because of your water bottle, and sent me through. I think she was aware, as I was, that my water bottle was actually empty. Now, I've never actually seen the Hobart airport security queue this busy. I think it was because of school holidays, but I've also actually never left Hobart at this time, so this could just be a regular occurrence. The A320 is the standard aircraft that's deployed across JQ's Hobart services. There is a probability that you could fly the Neo if you're heading into and out of Melbourne, but as of today, that privilege is yet to be extended to Sydney-bound passengers. And it's also important to note that Hobart is not a priority route for most airlines, so it's anyone's guess as to which aircraft they actually end up sending down. Now, it is interesting enough that the day before this flight, a utility vehicle collided with a Jetstar plane at Sydney Airport, disrupting about 14 flights that day, which was crazy to think, and I was worried that my flight would get affected too. But all well and good, no harm done. The plane landed on time and was boarding on time. Now, Victor Hotel-Victor Quebec Mike is the 18-year-old Airbus A320 deployed for this sector. With a 3-3 all-economy configuration, it sits 180 passengers. The seat we've been assigned to is 1 Alpha. Well, it's not the most presentable. The wear and tear of this was evident, and the finance major in me was wondering how to depreciate this antique seat. The ground staff came on board and asked the CM if the cabin was ready to be closed, and they confirmed, so off we go.
Answer your phone and acceptable behavior to member of the group.
Now that we're airborne and the cabin service is about to commence, let's talk about the seat features. In the front seats, your tray table folds out of your armrests. As you can see, this tray table is a little bit moist. I'm telling myself that it's moist because they disinfected the aircraft after the inbound flight. The crew roll out the meal carts literally as soon as the plane still climbs. If you've ordered any of their light refreshments, they'll hand it out to you first, but if you've ordered a hot snack, it might take a while because they can only switch the oven on when the plane reaches cruise. I actually completely forgot that when I booked this ticket, I added banana bread to my order, and that comes with a drink of your choice. But I still went ahead and ordered one of their toasties, which takes a while to heat up, but it's well worth the wait. Now, Jetstar, not an airline that you typically think of as providing good food, but it was excellent nonetheless. Whether it's worth getting something off the buy on board menu might depend on a lot of things like how long your flight is and how hungry you are. And at 4:30 in the evening, this was actually my first meal of the day, so my appreciation for this toasty was quite amplified. However, I don't actually recommend the banana bread just because it comes to you cold and it's just not that tasty at all. So Karen from Auburn, please step up your game. Now, I did actually get a cup of coffee with my meal, and it's airplane coffee. It's not extravagant, it's not Starbucks, but it's possible. It'll be unfair of me to say that I expected a high standard on today's flight because when I review budget airlines, I tend to lower the standard a lot. Not for any reason, not to give them an unfair advantage over full-service carriers because they are more competitive price-wise, but I lower the standard because I know that budget airlines cut costs in a lot of places, and it would be unfair for me to hold Jetstar to the same level that I hold Qantas or Malaysia Airlines because Jetstar doesn't charge full fare. But that being said, I notice a trend amongst Aussie airlines is that the customer service is generally quite good. Of course, you get some bad days and some lousy stuff, but overall, I am quite impressed. I guess there's a lot of things that can be said about Jetstar's customer service in particular, especially if you read the news articles, lots of horror stories. In-flight cabin service, a different story altogether. And the reason why I'm flying Jetstar on this trip is because Jetstar once again has been in the media a lot recently. And more importantly, if you look at Jetstar's history in the last 2 years, so many negative news articles, so much bad press. I think it's only fair to give the airlines a fighting chance and report my findings to you. So whether you want to fly from Melbourne to Bali on Jetstar or Qantas or what have you, I can be convinced that if you've watched my video, you'll be able to make a conscious decision on whether you get what you pay for. But yeah, I can't really say that there's too many issues with today's flights. I am quite satisfied overall. But yeah, we'll be touching down in Sydney soon, and this is an uneventful flight. I'm starting to really regret not downloading some movies on my iPad. I'm also noticing this trend on Jetstar where the pilots never come on board to introduce themselves over the PA, tell us how long the flight is. It's up to anyone's guess what the weather conditions are like, who knows, and this has happened a few times now. Hello everyone, welcome to the toilet of Jetstar flight JQ722 from Hobart to Sydney. The toilet is in a decent condition, not excellent, but it's not too dirty either. You've just got a functional sink there, hand soap which is Qantas branded, quite interestingly. Much better than other Jetstar flights that I've taken, and overall I am satisfied. Decent lighting, can't complain. And since we're landing shortly, I guess it's time to conclude the flight report. On this occasion, I'll start off with the cons because one thing that I was extremely disappointed with was the cleanliness of the aircraft. The seat which I had and the tray table were just not at a high standard at all. The lavatory was okay, but the flight is pretty short, so you would expect that it would be much cleaner than the state that I actually found it in. Now, these aren't big shortcomings, and more importantly, they don't compromise the safety of the plane by any means. But having your plane in a pathetic condition is inexcusable in my opinion, even if you're a budget airline. Now, one of the things that Jetstar did really well today was their in-flight meal offering. I did like the ham and cheese toasty a lot, and I think it speaks volumes about the potential that Jetstar has to offer. The next thing that worked very well for Jetstar was their in-flight crew this evening. Extremely friendly and efficient, no complaints on that front. Now, Jetstar isn't known for their on-time departures and arrivals, but this flight left at 4 p.m. on the dot and arrived a few minutes ahead of its scheduled arrival. Now, in terms of affordability, Jetstar always does very well on this front, a round trip coming up to 258 Aussie dollars without any frills. So the final question to ask yourself is it worth flying Jetstar with everything that you've heard in the media and the reputation that the airline currently has? Now, remember that my opinion is purely my subjective opinion, and you might have a different view on things. No aviation enthusiast that I know is flying Jetstar because they're expecting top-notch service. They're booking these flights due to their affordability, and for that reason, I'm happy to give Jetstar a seal of approval. Enjoy the landing, and the total outcome will be posted at the end of this video. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in another trip report. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sydney. Firstly, guests, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land that have different breath to elders past, present and emerging. Please keep your seatbelt fastened and remain seated until seatbelt sign has been switched off. Emergency safety are not allowed on the tarmac or anywhere inside the airport terminal. Before you head off, double check that you do have everything with you and take care when you open it as a locker just in case your life is measured. I like to think yesterday actually. Yeah.
about? So bad. Yeah. Welcome. What the hell, man? Now I've been tricked, man. Everyone's getting tricked.
My loyal subscriber Charles that I was telling you guys about. The guy that comments on every video.
Hi everybody. Welcome to Ganash's vlog. Hope you're having a good time.